Have you ever wondered what makes British Columbia so sparsely inhabited? This westernmost region, with its stunning vistas ranging from the Pacific coastline to the towering Rocky Mountains, encapsulates the essence of the great outdoors. But few live out here. Despite its vast territory, most of British Columbia's population clusters within a small area in the southwest. This concentration in urban centers like Vancouver and Victoria starkly contrasts the sprawling, largely uninhabited expanses that make up the rest of the province. But why is this? Why does such a vast majority of British Columbia remain so sparsely populated? Well, join us as we explore why the vast majority of British Columbia remains untouched by urban sprawl. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Historical context. Long before the era of European exploration, the vast landscapes of British Columbia were already bustling with life. Thanks to the diverse First Nations communities, these groups had flourished for millennia, each deeply entwined with their unique slice of this majestic land. From the coastal Haida to the inland Salish, these societies were deeply rooted in rich traditions, cultures, and economies that were harmoniously intertwined with the natural world. The First Nations were the province's first stewards, managing the land through sustainable fishing, hunting, and gathering practices, reflecting a profound environmental respect. The narrative of British Columbia took a dramatic turn with the arrival of European explorers in the 18th century. Spanish and British voyagers, searching for new trade routes and resources, ventured into these uncharted waters, marking the beginning of a new era. The British, under the auspices of the Hudson Bay Company, were particularly instrumental in establishing a permanent European presence. Their initial interactions with the indigenous people ranged from cooperative to contentious, laying the groundwork for the complex socio-cultural dynamics that would evolve over the centuries. The fur trade emerged as the central economic activity in the region, driven by the global demand for beaver pelts. Dominated by the Hudson Bay Company and its sprawling network of trading posts, this trade carved the initial European footprints in British Columbia. It didn't just pave the way for the first European settlements, but also wove British Columbia into the global colonial fabric. As the fur trade boomed, so did the settlements around these trading hubs, especially in strategic coastal spots like Vancouver and Victoria. These areas transformed into thriving hubs of trade and businesses. Victoria, perched on Vancouver Island, became a crucial trading hub and the administrative heart of the colony. With its prime port location, Vancouver was catapulted into prominence, further solidified by the Canadian Pacific Railway. The economic boom in these urban centers magnetized settlers and immigrants, weaving the rich, diverse tapestry of communities we see today. Yet, the challenging terrain, mountainous, rugged, and often harsh, made people naturally gravitate towards the more hospitable coastal areas, leaving much of British Columbia's vast interior sparsely populated. With a past rich in commerce and culture, the story of British Columbia takes a rugged turn as we explore the formidable landscapes that sculpt its present. Geographical challenges. In British Columbia, the landscape is dominated by towering mountain ranges such as the Rockies, the Coast Mountains, and the Columbia Mountains. These natural barriers offer stunning views, but make it tough to build roads and bridges. The terrain is challenging, with steep slopes and unstable conditions that bump up the cost and complexity of construction projects. And then there are the deep fjords along the coast. While they add to the region's beauty, they also make developing a smooth transportation network harder, limiting access to several areas. The province is also blanketed with dense forests, which are valuable for both their natural beauty and resources. However, these forests limit where we can build and grow, as conservation efforts are crucial to maintaining their health and biodiversity. Balancing the economic benefits of using these forests with the need to preserve them is a constant challenge. Moreover, British Columbia's vast size means that many communities end up isolated, reachable only by air or sea, since road construction is often not feasible or just too expensive. This isolation affects everything from cost of building infrastructure to how easily people can access essential services like healthcare and education. It's this combination of natural barriers and the sheer scale of the province that leaves much of British Columbia lightly populated, with vast areas remaining wild and untouched. As we navigate through the towering mountains and dense forests, the ever-changing climate introduces another layer to British Columbia's complex character: climate and natural barriers. British Columbia's climate varies dramatically from coastal to inland regions, creating a mosaic of weather patterns across the province. The coastal areas enjoy a temperate climate, with mild, rainy winters and cool, dry summers. This climate supports lush rainforests and a rich biodiversity, making outdoor activities a year-round possibility. However, the high precipitation levels can also lead to challenges such as flooding and landslides, impacting infrastructure and homes. As you venture further inland, the climate doesn't hold back. Winters get a serious chill and summers turn up the heat, especially up north and in the interior. This dramatic shift brings a winter paradise for snow sports lovers, though it also means getting around can be tricky and keeping warm won't be cheap. But British Columbia's stunning landscapes come with their own set of challenges. Earthquakes are a real concern, thanks to its spot on the Pacific Ring of Fire. Building codes here are no joke, designed to ensure that buildings can shake it off when the earth decides to dance. Yet the possibility of a big quake is something that weighs on everyone's mind, especially in crowded places like Vancouver. Then there's the summer scare of wildfires, made worse by climate change. These fires have grown fiercer, threatening homes, wildlife, and the air we breathe. So there is a lot of controlled burns, creating fire breaks, and teaching folks how to prevent fires from starting in the first place. And let's not forget about flooding. When the snow melts and the rain falls, rivers can overflow, putting communities at risk. The battle against flooding involves a complex dance of dikes and managing reservoirs to keep the water at bay. Moving from the wilds of nature to the comforts of civilization, let's compare the vibrant city life to the serene rural existence within this vast province. Urban versus rural amenities. Urban areas in British Columbia, particularly Vancouver and Victoria, are bustling hubs of activity, offering a wide range of amenities that cater to a diverse population. These cities boast advanced healthcare facilities, prestigious educational institutions, and a plethora of shopping and dining options. The cultural landscape is vibrant, with numerous museums, galleries, theaters, and music venues, providing residents and visitors with a rich tapestry of experiences. Public transportation in these urban centers is well developed, making it easier for residents to navigate the city without relying on personal vehicles. This accessibility enhances the quality of life, reducing commute times and contributing to a more sustainable environment. In contrast, rural regions offer a different set of amenities that are more in tune with the natural environment. While healthcare and educational facilities are available, they may not be as extensive or specialized as those found in the urban areas. Shopping and dining options are more limited, often focusing on local products and services that reflect the community's character. However, what rural areas lack in urban conveniences, they make up for in recreational opportunities. The proximity to nature allows for a wide range of outdoor activities, such as hiking, fishing, and skiing, that are not as readily accessible in the cities. The sense of community in these areas is strong, with neighbors often forming close-knit bonds that are harder to find in the bustling urban environment. Vancouver and Victoria are not just economic engines of British Columbia, they are cultural beacons that draw people worldwide. With its stunning oceanfront and mountain backdrop, Vancouver offers an unparalleled quality of life that is consistently ranked among the best in the world. The city's multicultural fabric creates a dynamic culinary scene, diverse cultural festivals, and an inclusive atmosphere that celebrates diversity. With its historic charm and slower pace of life, Victoria offers a different but equally compelling appeal. The city's connection to the sea and its British colonial heritage create a unique cultural experience, while its size allows for a more relaxed lifestyle without sacrificing the conveniences of urban living. Both cities serve as magnets for individuals seeking the vibrancy and opportunities of urban life, balanced with the natural beauty and recreational activities that British Columbia is famous for. This is why they also tend to pull people away from the westernmost region. As we've seen the urban allure and rural charm, it's time to delve into how British Columbia balances its development with the imperative of preserving its natural wonders. Environmental conservation and land use. British Columbia's breathtaking landscapes are not just a backdrop for postcards. They are vital ecosystems that require careful management and protection. British Columbia has an extensive network of national parks and protected areas, each playing a crucial role in preserving the province's natural heritage. These sanctuaries safeguard diverse ecosystems, from the rainforests of the Great Bear Rainforest to the alpine meadows of Garibaldi Provincial Park. They serve as a haven for countless species of wildlife, some of which are rare or endangered, and offer natural laboratories for scientific research and environmental education. Conservation efforts in British Columbia extend beyond the boundaries of national parks. Initiatives such as establishing marine conservation areas and wildlife reserves and migratory bird habitats. These efforts are supported by government policies, community involvement, and partnerships with Indigenous peoples who bring traditional knowledge and a deep connection to the land to conservation practices. Land use regulations in British Columbia are designed to balance development needs with the imperative of environmental protection. These regulations govern everything from urban expansion and agricultural land use to forestry and mining activities. By setting aside areas for conservation and establishing guidelines for sustainable development, the province seeks to ensure that growth does not come at the expense of its natural assets. One of the key tools in managing land use is the Agricultural Land Reserve, which protects approximately 4.7 million hectares of agriculturally suitable land from urbanization and non-agricultural uses. The ALR preserves land for farming and contributes to food security and the agricultural economy. In urban areas, land use planning focuses on promoting density, mixed-use developments, and green spaces to create livable, sustainable communities. These plans are increasingly incorporating green building standards, renewable energy initiatives, and infrastructure to support active transportation, such as cycling and walking paths. The challenge of land use regulation lies in navigating the competing interests of conservation, Indigenous rights, and development. Ongoing dialogue and negotiation are essential to finding solutions that respect the rights of Indigenous peoples, meet the needs of communities, and protect the environment for future generations. From its historical background to its environmental challenges, British Columbia stands as one of the world's most difficult places to stay. Now, we turn the conversation over to you. What are your thoughts on British Columbia's largely uninhabited expanses? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into fascinating destinations.